A major showdown is unfolding inside the European Union, with just days left before a critical March 15th deadline. Hungary and Slovakia are blocking the renewal of EU sanctions on Russia, threatening to unravel one of Brussels' key pressure tools against Moscow. Under EU rules, sanctions on more than 2,700 Russian individuals and entities must be renewed unanimously every 6 months. But this time, Budapest and Bratislava are refusing to back the extension. At the center of the standoff is Europe's growing energy crisis. Hungary and Slovakia accuse Ukraine of deliberately halting oil flows through the Druzhba pipeline, a critical route supplying Russian crude to Central Europe. Kyiv, however, says the pipeline was damaged in a Russian drone attack and requires weeks of repairs.
So we will continue to exert enormous pressure on President Zelensky because he is harming us. He is harming us enormously. I remind you once again, we are in a state of oil emergency. We are drawing oil from the state material reserves because no Russian oil is arriving to us.
The dispute is intensifying divisions across the bloc. Hungary has already blocked a $90 billion EU loan for Ukraine and stalled a new round of sanctions against Moscow. Slovak and Hungarian leaders say Europe's push to cut Russian energy has left the continent exposed to supply shocks and soaring prices.
In Europe, we cut ourselves off from the most accessible, cheapest Russian raw materials. There will be big trouble from this. We can bury our heads in the sand, but months from now it will be very late to admit that we were wrong.
The crisis is also unfolding amid rising global tensions. The ongoing conflict involving Iran has sent energy prices surging and disrupted supply routes, adding further strain on European markets already adjusting to the loss of Russian energy.
Yet in current crisis, some argue that we should abandon our long-term strategy and even go back to Russian fossil fuels. This would be a strategic blunder. It would make us more dependent, more vulnerable and weaker.
With the sanctions deadline looming, Brussels now faces a race against time. If Hungary and Slovakia maintain their veto, the EU's united front against Russia could fracture, exposing deep divisions over energy security, sanctions fatigue, and the long-term cost of confronting Moscow.